For more on all of this, let's bring in Congressman Kevin Kiley, from California. He sits on the relevant committee here, Transportation and Infrastructure. Congressman, it's great to see you. Look, I was really tempted to open the questioning about the boondoggle on high-speed rail in your state, because it's a story I can't get enough of, and it's just like so perfect in terms of government waste and uselessness out there. But I have to ask you about the floppy disks at the FAA. I am reeling over this information. I think we're about the same age. I remember using floppy disks as a little kid doing schoolwork. The idea that that technology is being used at any level of government still in 2025, let alone the FAA, that is concerning to me, Congressman.
I think concerning is an understatement, and it highlights just, in a very stark way, how much we need to modernize government and what's at stake in this entire undertaking. So, yeah, I think I used a floppy disk, maybe second, third grade. This is the first time I've heard the term since then. So it is absolutely mind-boggling.
But Guy hits on something, because we're talking about, and with respect and credit to Transportation Secretary Duffy, that when I hear the word modernization, although needed, this is where the Democrats are going to pile on, because it means keeping government fat and large, and it means spending money. So it's going to become incumbent upon the Republicans to cut elsewhere and to keep those wolves at bay, Congressman.
Well, that's right. And so that's why this high-speed rail announcement today, I mean, this is the perfect example of government waste, because we've been going for 15 years now and absolutely nothing has been built, maybe one bridge to nowhere. It is the single biggest public infrastructure failure in U.S. history. It has put the incompetence of California state government on stark display. And we've been fighting this thing for years. And so today was just an incredible breath of fresh air. Thanks to Secretary Duffy and President Trump, we now have a chance to finally end this embarrassment once and for all for our state. And I think it is going to be kind of a poster child for the sort of government waste and inefficiency and underperformance and waste of taxpayer dollars that the entire DOGE undertaking is looking to fix.
Am I correct that the high-speed rail project, which was approved by voters in 2008, was supposed to be done half a decade ago in 2020 for about a third of the cost, that's been plowed into something that doesn't even exist yet?
That's exactly right. And they're now saying there was just a new Inspector General report that said that the initial leg of this, which is a very small part of it, from Bakersfield to Merced, is going to miss its 2033 deadline. Oh. They're $100 billion short right now when it comes to the actual funding. Did it give you some sense of how bad it is? One of the early operators that was there in the early days, they left, said, we can't do this here. We need to go someplace that's less politically dysfunctional. They ended up going to North Africa, and they brought a functional high-speed train online in Morocco in 2018. Meanwhile, this is where we are in California. Our roads are falling apart, and yet we keep putting money into this paper shredder.
Embarrassing.
There's a privately funded rail down in Florida, Miami to Orlando, all private, and they got it done.
And it exists.
Yes, it exists.
It exists.
Congressman, it's funny, but not. Congressman Kevin Kiley, great to see you.
You bet. Thanks for having me.